Ladies and gentlemen, the NFT craze has officially minted its first billionaires. Now there are official billionaires out of the NFT game. If you haven't heard yet, the founders of OpenSea, which OpenSea is the biggest NFT exchange, just raised a bunch of money with a company valuation of $13.3 billion. And apparently the founders have an 18.5% stake, which makes them each worth $2.2 billion. So if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. If you're not, then welcome back. We've briefly talked about NFTs here, and I've been documenting basically my entire journey within this space, down from whenever I first found out about NFTs, which was about a year ago, to buying my first NFTs, to trying to flip some NFTs pretty successfully, but also unsuccessfully, to even getting hacked and getting some of my NFTs stolen. And I'm not just talking about right-click stolen, I'm talking about literally transferred from my wallet to a hacker's wallet. I made a whole video about that so that you can learn the same lessons that I learned. Lost about 5K on that. But you know what? I just treat it as a 5K cybersecurity lesson, because after it, I talked to a bunch of cybersecurity experts and I learned a lot about how to keep myself protected, and I shared those things in that video. But NFTs are basically just files that allow you to track ownership, right, of things within the digital space. For example, assets like art, music, sports cards. NFTs allow you to have ownership of these things digitally, and now OpenSea allows you to basically exchange them in a marketplace. And the way that OpenSea makes money is that they take a 2.5% cut of each sale, which is actually pretty significant. And I know that that's been a big thing for them. A lot of people have been kind of mad about that, and it kind of opens up the door for other NFT exchanges to pop up. I know Coinbase was thinking about having one, but for now, OpenSea is definitely the biggest one. So here's what's really crazy. In March of 2020, which was almost 2 years ago now, there was only 4,000 active users in the platform, right? And they were doing about 1.1 million in monthly transactions. Now, guess how much they did now last month in December? $3.3 billion in transactions, which would mean that the company itself generated $82.5 million in revenue itself just in the month of December. And apparently their team is only 70 people, so very small, very tight-knit company, yet they're worth multiple billions, like in the 2 digits of billions. That's so crazy. Now, the reason I wanted to make this video is really to talk about what could this mean for the future. Like, these are the first NFT billionaires, but I really do think that this is just the beginning, and I think they see the same vision, of course. So their vision is really to be the destination for the new open digital economy. I don't know if their vision will come to life in terms of them being the #1 destination. They are right now, but that doesn't mean that that's how it will be in the future. But I do think that the new open digital economy is something that's really noteworthy and something that is only going to continue to thrive, especially given that we live in such a digital world. Like, literally people cannot spend more than an hour off of their phones without going completely insane. I'm one of those people, but this is just the reality of the world. So I think it totally makes sense for NFTs to even double in the next few years in terms of volume, which sounds crazy to think about now, with some collections being literally like 68 Ethereum for one Bored Ape, which even in this crash is still literally $214,000. So I just thought that was pretty interesting, and I really wanted to share with you guys. I think this space is really exciting. One of my resolutions for this year is actually to learn more about NFTs and get way more involved in the space. I've been reading this book called Token Economy, and it kind of talks a little bit about the open digital economy that, you know, these OpenSea founders kind of envision. And the reason I want to get so into it is because I personally love how NFTs are going to allow us to experience the internet in terms of memberships, communities, art in general. If you've never been on this channel, you don't know, but you will know if you subscribe to the channel. I love making art. I love art. I think art is really cool. I made these pieces myself here. You can actually cop them in the description. I don't have them as NFTs yet, but in the future, I definitely want to. So something exciting that I've recently taken on, which really fits my New Year resolution, is to not only learn and invest in NFTs, but also build within the NFT space. So I have a company called Netsphere. It's an art and education company, and I will be implementing NFTs to that in the future. But the first company that I'm going to be a part of within the NFT space is this collection called Astrovision. So I actually am friends with the people that started this project, and they asked me for feedback on some of the art. They know that I have a big design background and branding background, so they figured I would give them some good opinions. And I straight up asked them, I was like, you know what, I really want to get involved in this space. Can I just join your team, even for like a small stake, just to really learn firsthand what it's like to build a successful collection? And they agreed. So we've been actually building this for the past month. We've been hopping on meetings. I've been giving my feedback on everything and learning as much as I possibly can. And now this collection is going to be minting on the 15th of January, which is super soon. And I'm really excited for it, not even because of the money, but again, for the opportunity to learn and just to see how this team is really putting together such a dope community and just a really cool product in general. Because I got an e-commerce background, so I'm thinking about this as sort of a product, right, and community. So first of all, the collection is based off of a story that was written by one of the directors in the team who has a huge background in copywriting and acting, which is such a unique set of skills, and that's made the story just incredible. And people don't really even know about the story too much. Like, it will be coming out after mint as we kind of move along the storyline. So the overarching goal is really to build an animated series out of this collection, sort of like an anime, which obviously appeals to me. I love anime. You see my boy Tanjiro here in the back. So that's the first thing that's super cool. The second thing is the utility that they're implementing for the community. So here, for example, you can see they're creating something called an AstroPass, which is something that you'll be getting access to if you own an Astrovision NFT, which is basically an interface to categorize and prioritize important information about your NFT portfolio, which is going to be super cool. I'm very excited to use that, especially as someone who is trying to learn about NFTs more and invest a lot more. So what you can do is you can collect to your wallet to the AstroPass platform, and it'll look basically just like this. So you'll be able to see how many things you've minted, how much Ethereum you've spent, you know, your successful mints, your unsuccessful mints. You can also track information on upcoming NFTs and stuff like that. So it's a really cool utility in my opinion, because it kind of keeps everything in one ecosystem. So even though it may not be like the craziest, you know, gaming thing out here, you see that the team is really trying to take care of the community. And I think that's one of the most important things, if not the most important thing, when it comes to an NFT collection. So I'm very excited for this to launch. And if you guys are just starting in the NFT game, or if you already are involved, I would love to see you guys minting some. But man, yeah, the NFT space is really just getting started. We got the first billionaires in the NFT game. We'll see who's the first trillionaire. Probably these guys too, or maybe Coinbase or something, or maybe Elon Musk. Who knows? Maybe he'll get in the NFT game. I'm just kidding. But that's it for today. Hope y'all enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Peace.